Hi and welcome back to Video Tech Reviews. This is my first review I've made in ages, and it's also going to be the first in 4K Ultra HD quality with a new camcorder, so please let me know what you think of the quality. Also, I'm going to be recording using the built-in microphone to test that, so let me know what you think of the audio quality because it's not using the dedicated microphone I have. Okay, this is a review for the Banaus FD10W. It is a water leak detector, a smart flood detector, which will alert you to any floods, and there's no need for some kind of particular smart home system. So you don't need to have Apple's Home Kit thing, you don't need any other one. It has its own app, and which also supports other products. It's battery powered with no wiring required, although you can screw this into the wall, so it's not just something that hangs on the shelf or anything like that. It has got a little screw hole, and it does come with screws. So no wiring required, but you can screw it to a wall. It uses a CR2 battery, which has about 4 years of use time. So this battery that it comes with will last you about 4 years on average. It uses Wi-Fi to communicate with your phone and make sure you're alerted of any notification, so if it detects a flood, it will alert you via a 802.11 BGNN 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Now, bear in mind, it doesn't support dual band, it doesn't use the 5 gigahertz mode, so if your router is set up in settings to just use the 5 gigahertz band, you are going to have to enable 2.4 gigahertz, older wireless band. So make sure your router is enabled for 2.4 gigahertz. Its Wi-Fi range is 45 meters. It is actually waterproof with a protection grade of IP67. Its size is 67 by 67 by 24 millimeters. It does support both Android and iOS devices with its own app. You just search your Play Store, such as Google Play Store or iOS App Store, for Tuya Smart, which is TUYA Smart, but all one word. Also, there is a QR code in its information leaflet you can scan that will take you directly to it. There is information on how to pair it. Now, before we go any further, I'd just like to say that I have seen a review left on Amazon UK saying that the person tried to pair this with their phone for over an hour and they gave up. Well, I don't know what they're doing and I don't know what their phone model was, but personally, I've had no issue. When I went to pair this for the first time, it took, I don't know, less than a minute, maybe less than 2 minutes if you count from start to finish, and looking for any updates, any firmware updates. It was so simple. You just follow the instructions. As long as you follow the instructions, it's simple and takes no time at all. It's really easy, and it found the device. It picked up the device and sunk with it straight away, no issues. It didn't take me an hour. It didn't take me over an hour. It took me probably less than 2 minutes from start to finish. It is very simple and easy, and it picks it up absolutely fine, no problems. Now, when you first get this, like with a lot of devices that use batteries it will have a little bit of a tab, a papery tab on the battery inside, so the battery doesn't run down where it's in the shop or whatever before people buy it. So you just get the round bit, take it off of the holder, unscrew it, the lid comes off, you pull that tab like with other battery devices, screw the thing back on, and that's it for activating the battery. For pairing, you simply press and hold the reset button for 6 seconds, and that is a button that's next to the battery inside. The device will then be in smart Wi-Fi mode. Press the reset button again, the indicator will blink slowly. When it's blinking slowly, that means it's in AP mode. I'm not going to go into what AP mode is, but if you're familiar with routers, things like that, you probably have heard of AP mode. When it's in the AP mode, you will then be able to detect it using the provided app, and then everything will sync pretty simply and pretty straightforward. Now, where can you get this? Well, for a start, Amazon UK. I've checked Amazon.com for US and North American customers. I don't see it there yet, but this company has got other things like smartwatches on Amazon US, so it probably will be available to you shortly, but I'm not sure yet, so keep an eye on that if you're in the US. Now, what do you get in the box? Well, as I've already mentioned, you do get screws, okay? So let's see if I can put this in front of the camera. I'm not sure how well it'll show up, but there are a couple screws there. Okay, so you do get them included. You also get a instruction manual. You get the device and its holder to mount it onto a wall, which you can take it off of that. You also get the sensor itself down here, which you can detach and reattach via a little cable on the end that looks like a 3.5mm audio jack that you get on headphones and things like that. So this here, if it needs replaced or you want to change it for whatever reason, this water sensor, this little pad down the bottom here, which I'll show you closer up in a minute, is detachable, as well as the holder. It will detach from the main unit. Now here is the sensor pad, okay, there it is, and it attaches to the main unit here via this simple little 3.5mm audio jack that you just plug into a hole on the unit itself. Very, very easy and straightforward. Now this pad here is the bit that you've got to want to put where the flood may be, because that is the sensor pad. So say you might want this down near the floor, this little pad here, not the unit itself. The unit itself can go up higher on the wall, and then this little pad goes where the leak might be. And it is decent length here, decent length cable. Now here is the unit itself. Okay, it's got the Banaus name on it, a grey rim, and here's the screw bit, but you screw from the inside. I'll show you in a minute. Here is where the sensor goes in. Let me just get that. Okay, so we go like this. There you go, that's all you do, just like plugging in a pair of headphones. There you go. Now this will detach. There we go. It detaches from the wall mount, and then in here is where you can put the screw and screw this onto the wall, then reattach this, the actual main unit. Okay. Now you unscrew this to get to the battery and to get to a reset button to pair it. So we unscrew it. So we unscrew it like this. There it goes, pops off. Now here we have the board, the sensor board. There's an LED light that will flash, and here is the battery, and there will be a bit of paper here that you can pull out to activate the battery once you first get it. It's just a thing that a lot of devices have to make sure your battery doesn't run out. And down over here is the reset button that you need to hold down for 6 seconds. Then when it flashes, press it again, and then it'll put it in APR mode, and that's all there is to it. Now when you put this plate back on, you might want to make sure this little hole here, this little hole on the cover, lines up with the light so you can see it. Now I can't stand it up very well at the moment because I plugged in the sensor, so it's not standing up on this table here very well. But when you first put it in, it does make a bleep, little bleep, and you will see where the hole is. There, the red LED flash a couple times as well to let you know it's plugged in. So you will hear feedback and see a red light to let you know the sensor is plugged in. There is also a QR code you can scan on the packet, on the packaging, on the box there to get to the app as well. Now I suppose we should really get to how much does it cost and what do I think of it. I actually think it is really good. It's not overly priced. It's $29.99 here in the UK. I'm not sure about other countries' prices, but it's £30 in the UK. It looks nice. It's not unattractive. It's a nice looking little device, and it's not too intrusive. And it does come with a detachable sensor if you need to detach it for any reason or replace it, which is handy in case anything goes wrong with the sensor. It also includes screws, which they didn't have to include, but they have, so you can screw the back plate up on a wall or whatever. It has long battery life, and it is quick and simple to download the app and pair it with your device and your network, which I know if you look at somebody else's review, it will say the complete opposite. It will say that it took them over an hour and in the end they gave up and didn't get anywhere and it was useless. Well, that is not my experience. I don't know what phone model they're using or how they're doing it, but I followed the instructions. I just quickly looked at the manual, and it's not a big thick manual, it's a little small leaflet, very simple, not much to it. Followed the instructions, and it took just, like I say, a minute or two at most. It was really straightforward and simple and quick to pair. I don't know if the person was maybe leaving the tab on the battery, not pulling that off, or what. I'm not really sure, but whatever the case, in my experience, that was not a problem with this water sensor, this flood detector. I paired it very quickly and easily without any problems at all. So I really do recommend it. This is a brand I have reviewed for before. I've reviewed a couple of their smartwatches of very good quality, very nice. I liked both of those. So it's a brand I am actually familiar with, and I think it's great. You know, you can replace the sensor if you need to. It's not overly priced. It was quick and easy to set up, for me at least, and I do highly recommend it. I will put a link in the description both to their official website and directly to the Amazon product page. And by the way, at least if you're in the UK, like I said, I don't know about other countries, but in the UK it is available on Amazon, and it does support Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually get free next day delivery. So thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think of the quality of this video, because A, I'm using a new camera, B, it's 4K, which I haven't filmed a review like this in 4K before, and also just to try it out, just to experiment, I am using the built-in microphone built into this camcorder. I'm not using the good high quality dedicated field recorder that I used to use, which I probably will be using again. I'm just experimenting with the camcorder's audio quality, so please let me know in the comments what you think of the audio quality. So again, thanks for watching. The link is in the description, and please like, comment and subscribe.